Hey everybody, my name is Jay and this is I Have a Samurai. Today I'm going to show a handful of games that I had with a Zosimal player, SC John Nitty. If you guys have been familiar with the Soul Calibur tournament scene, I'm sure that you guys have seen him around. The main thing that I wanted to focus on with regards to Amy in this matchup are some of the auto GI stance setups that I tend to do. There aren't a lot of Amy players that seem to be exploiting this kind of stuff. Some of the options that she has out of canceling out of certain moves to go into certain setups and trying to talk about that sort of thing. So the first game that I have here, this was a relatively long set that I had with John Nitty, and I'm only going to show 2 games out of it. The full set you can probably find on my stream, or you can find on his. It only happened a few days ago, if you're interested. But I'm going to show like these 2 games because I felt that they most appropriately demonstrated the kind of stuff that I wanted to talk about. So the first stage that we have here is about as good of a stage as I can ask for. Amy, not really known for ring outs, and we're not really known for wall combo, so I'm still going to be in a bad way if I'm dealing with Zas at the wall, but significantly easier to deal with when I don't have a 50-50 grab mix-up and safe mids and all these kinds of options that will give Zas a ring out. So let's get started. So I'm glad that he comes in right in my face right at the beginning. This allows me to immediately go into red setups there. So you kind of saw that after he blocked, so I hit him with 1B into a red rose, I can immediately go into a 4B if he's going to try and get up. 4B will catch a roll, and for the most part, it seems like the only character I've encountered so far that where 4B just simply doesn't have a hitbox for some reason is Aswell. It's very frustrating to me because it's one of Amy's hardest matchups in my opinion. But yeah, 4B is essentially a force block in that situation, and it's perfect for setting up spacings where they will have to block the rose that comes out of 4B, and if they don't have to block the rose, then it's not all that great on block, but if they have to block the rose, I'm at +4. If they get hit by it, I'm at +10, which guarantees a 6 BB, so it's a great force block opportunity. This is one of the things that I kind of wanted to talk about. This is one of the best things that Amy has over Zos, is that Zos's reversal edge is incredibly slow, and there seem to be certain characters that have slow reversal edges just like Zos, where the majority of Amy's moveset, especially out of the GI stances, is completely safe to reversal edge when they have slower reversal edges. She already has a handful of moves that are going to be safe to any reversal edge, but when you have a slow one like this, or Astaroth, then there's so many opportunities that you have for GI or reversal edge baits. And here you can kind of see some of the other like GI stances that I'm going into. So right there I was in mid parry, did AA hold, which automatically puts me into high parry. High parry gives me the opportunity to do things like the mid that you just saw, which is probably her best mid launcher. Hopefully I'll be able to show later on, but once you have red rose, you can combo into 236A+B, or you can combo into 236KB for a white rose, and it gives you like the full like launcher because it's only one hit beforehand. You're not dealing with any scaling, so it's a heavy amount of damage for, an Amy player's perspective. And then I also have High Parry K, which is a launcher as well, but it's a slow low, but it's a completely safe low. The majority of GI stance mix-ups that Amy has, you're not even necessarily trying to hit your opponent, you're just pressuring them and using good frames, which is kind of what I did there. This is the one thing that I was worried about the most dealing with this stage, is the wall combos that are basically going to even out the amount of damage. There you can kind of see like the force block on the 4BB as well. And so a lot of the stuff that you're seeing there is frankly kind of janky. You'll get, if you play Amy enough, you'll get used to it, where I'm hitting him with mid parry AA, which again forces me to go into a high parry, which means effectively that it's kind of unsafe because it's obviously only going to be dealing with, it's only going to GI grabs and high attacks. So you can throw in a mid there, even if you got hit by the mid parry AA, unless it's counter hit, you're going to be able to like throw something in there that's going to interrupt me. Not to mention the high parry K, as you saw, it's perfectly slow enough to react to. So that's a little bit of online jank. I'm frankly not trying to hit people with the high parry K. I'm just trying to, again, pressure them. So here I'm dealing with, a lot of Zos pressure. This is one of the other things. See, that's the kind of damage that I'm talking about off of high parry B. That's very impressive, at least in my eyes. So you can see that there are a lot of situations where he has a lot of setups to create a lot of pressure and then force the opponent to try and block, but I have the GIs. So if I want to, I can try and mix up either high parry or mid parry depending on what he's going to do to continue his pressure and try to completely get out of it. And especially now that I have red roses, if I'm right about it, I'm going to be doing really well. There you can kind of see a little bit more inexperience dealing with the 4AA and only GIing like the first hit, or only reversal edging the first hit. Yeah, mid parry AK, it's going to be very safe. A lot of her stance mix-ups are going to be very, very safe. So even if you block them, I still have a reverse mix-up. This is one of the things that I really wish that they would buff about Amy. Do you see that damage? That damage is abysmal. That's the damage of like an AA, maybe even less, off of a guard break. Technically I had the wall, so I should have done 6-6B plus K and did like a whole shtick. But for some reason, the low parry B launcher heavily scales. Even with Soul Charge, where 2 through 6A plus B and Red Rose is going to do a huge amount of damage, that combo just does nothing. It's practically pointless. I'm not really sure why they made it scale to such a degree. It makes it to the point where that option isn't really useful. So yeah, I am going to go in, and I'm just kind of doing mix-ups here. Here's that mid parry AA again, but here I go into high parry A. It's a little bit of a janky kind of setup. It puts me in back turn, and most people aren't used to it. See, yet again, you cannot reversal edge in that situation. So you've seen that I like using 6-6A in a lot of these back turn kind of mix-ups, like off of like 4BB and stuff like that, because it puts me at a range where if they get up and they basically try to do anything, duck or sidestep, and people love to sidestep in those situations, 6-6A is going to catch you. And 6-6A, unlike the parry that I talked about before, mid parry AA, where I'm forced to cancel into high parry, off of 6-6A, I can cancel into any parry that I want. The main reason for that is because 6-6A on its own, on block, is minus 12, so it's punishable, right? But I can cancel into any parry that I want, potentially read what my opponent's hit level is going to be for their punish, which is normally a high for like AAs, like with Yoshi and Sophie and stuff like that. And so I can cancel into a parry and get rid of their punish, right? But I hit him. I hit him with 6-6A, right? That puts me at +2, but I canceled into a parry. If you cancel into a parry off of 6-6A, your opponent essentially gets a free hit, because the parry is only going to be active during the window where they would have punished it had they blocked the 6-6A. Does that make sense? Like, if they get hit by it, their attack, their quote-unquote punish, is going to be slower, so your parry is going to be useless. 6-6A on hit, you have to not cancel into a parry, and a lot of people like to try and reversal edge or GI there, which is the worst option that you can do. So here we've gotten the worst stage that I could get. You see how, like, initially the last time that he reversal edged there, he got hit by the second hit of 4AA. This is just Amy inexperience. I don't have red roses. We just started the game. So 4A, you get a reversal edge. Even a slow reversal edge like Zos, he's going to be able to connect that reversal edge if it's just the one 4AA. So here I'm just like throwing more stances. The mid parry AA, and you can kind of see I canceled into high parry into B. That's -4, which for a character like Amy that's so fast, that's not really all that bad. And high parry K is -2. So again, it's all about just pressure here. See, I don't even care that he blocked the high parry K. And I got a little bit lucky that I just went into Amaretto Step A and got the ring out there. So I'm really just throwing as much stuff as I can to get him used to the kinds of pressure tools that Amy has. So you can kind of tell that I'm very auto GI stance heavy in terms of my my playstyle, and this is the main reason why that might not be the best idea. As you can tell, I mean, some people might think that the parry and the parry pressure that you can create is really good, but the fact of the matter is you're leaving yourself vulnerable to 2/3 of all attacks and break attacks. So you can have rounds like that where you just get chewed up. You just get grilled to such a degree, and you're just always wrong about everything. So you'll definitely, if you want to play like me, you'll look really good in some situations, but you'll look like a doofus in other ones. If you don't feel bad about that, then great. But be prepared to look foolish to a certain degree. That was a nice block on that 1B, and I'm not really spacing that stuff out very, very well. See there, you can kind of see again, I'm doing 6-6A canceling into high parry, and he's not doing anything, which means I just get free pressure. I'm okay with that. I didn't mean to do that 2-6K. See, I'm just kind of, and now he's doing moves that don't necessarily punish the 6-6A, which is kind of what I wanted in the first place. As long as I can create a situation where they feel like they can't answer me in any of my pressure at all, that's great. So he ends up throwing the CE. That's something that's, I mean, in this matchup, that's going to happen, especially if you play the way I play. I'm totally comfortable with just eating the CEs when they come because that's just a fact of this matchup. So I finally get red roses, and I have the meter advantage, but unfortunately, I think I talked about this in my last video, the way I play doesn't mean you necessarily get a lot of use out of your meter. And there again, Zos is normally used to gaining some sort of momentum, gaining some sort of pressure. Technically speaking, no pressure is safe against Amy because I was able to mid-parry AK there. You see that he's getting hit, like, let me see if I can back up to just that second. That mid-parry AK, I connected the parry, but the A was not in range, and he still got hit by the K. Like right there, the A whiffed, and then the kick happened. I don't really know why he's getting hit by that. As far as I know, I have to hit you with the A, or else the GI doesn't have enough advantage in order to hit you. He may have just thought that it was guaranteed, but as far as I know, it's not. I really hope I'm not lying about that. But as far as I know, if you don't get hit by the first hit after the parry, you're good to still block. See right there again, he got hit by the kick. I'm not really sure why. See there, I could have done 6-6A on his wake up again. I stupidly put myself in a position where I could potentially get wrung out. That's just force of habit because I'm used to actually using good stage positioning. And off of a soul charge 2-6A, it becomes a break attack, and so I decided to throw that out there. But that kind of gives you an idea as to some of the GI cancels and stance opportunities that you have to use for pressure. Arguably, it's a little bit janky for right now because people aren't used to blocking the quote-unquote mix-ups that she has, but like things with like the high parry stuff that I'm doing, that's going to easily be taken care of offline once people get used to blocking the mid, blocking the lows, and stuff like that. But it's still stuff that is good for like safe pressure to create more opportunities for reverse mix-ups with your parries, and that's generally how I'm playing Amy at the moment. You can see people like Sandman using white roses and trying to use like the ramp up kind of Amy. As you can tell, I don't really do that. I don't really fiddle with that sort of thing. I think this is significantly better. I think this is a significantly stronger kind of style to do overwhelming pressure with your GI cancels. But you know, maybe next video, maybe in a few videos, I'll say to myself, man, I was totally wrong about that, and this is actually how you're supposed to play Amy. She's so complicated and so rewarding if you're 100% right about what your opponent's going to do, which is the thing that I find to be the coolest part about playing Amy at the moment. But let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, thanks very much.